Should we count down?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
It's really good.
Okay, yeah.
We got Spartan Swirl
Classic MSC flavor.
going in.
Spartan Swirl!
Cheers!
What did I say?
I was doing the.
Oh, we're doing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Tastes like vanilla ice cream
It does.
with maybe frosting.
Oh, it's a birthday cake. It's one of my all-time favorites. And it's green.
Cupcake or cake and green and white frosting with blue.
Tastes like cake.
Oh yeah. I love the cake pieces in there. So good.
I think it tastes like birthday cake.
Yeah,
I think it's good. I would eat it.
I like it.
It's really good. And the color's fun too.
The color makes it seem healthy.
I mean, this is my regular.
This is your regular?
Yeah. If I don't get this, then I get the seasonal
You don't
one.
think it's too sweet?
I'm American.
Okay.
That's not a word to me.
I really like the bits of cake. I assume this is like birthday cake flavor.
I still like it. It is kind of a lot.
I feel like the green doesn't really taste like anything.
I thought it just tastes sweet.
Yeah,
if it's
it
like-
just tastes like birthday cake to me.
There's a bit of a like a minty flavor. Am I imagining that?
I don't taste mint, but maybe your palate's more
Probably.
sophisticated than
No,
mine.
it's definitely not.
It's the only one I remember eating from the grocery store.
I don't think I've ever had this.
Really?
I think it's actually really good.
I think cake batter is one of my favorite ice cream flavors, so.
Yeah. It definitely tastes like birthday cake.
That was fire. I'm gonna give this one solid 8 out of 10.
I give this one an 8-er. 8.
Hater.
An 8-er.
I mean, it's got to be like an 8.6, 8.7.
Like,
I'm gonna give it probably 5.
okay, that's fair. Average.
Give it a 6. Okay.
6.
It's not 8. Generous 6. Rounding up.
We're rounding up. Yeah. But the cake bits are nice, I suppose.
Birthday cake isn't my favorite flavor ever, but I think this is really good. So I
It's up
rate
there
it.
for me.
What did you do out of 10? Or
Yeah.
out of 5? Okay, I rate it 7 out of 10.
I like it though. I enjoy it.
First thing that comes to my brain is get involved.
I would say mine is just you hear it a lot, but just say yes to everything. Some of my, within reason, and also to get involved with a lot of fun stuff. Because we have so many crazy things that you would never even, like clubs. There's just so many that you never think would even be a thing, but there's like every single alley, like there's interests, everywhere. But some of my best memories have just come from like when people are like, hey, we're going for a drive, do you want to come? You're not doing anything. Just say yes. Just go out of your way. And also, I think especially, the main one is going out of your way and don't be afraid to talk to someone in class. Because I feel like now it's so common for everyone to just sit down and our first instinct is to go on our phones. But it's like, no, like start a conversation with the person next to you. Even if they are on their phone sometimes, just be like, hey, what's your name? And then once you get into it, sometimes you just never know who you're gonna meet.
Just to put yourself out there. I remember my first semester, I didn't know anyone really coming in. I'd done a study abroad summer before, so I had that group, but I got involved in so many clubs. I signed up for everything I could just to get out and meet more people, and it really helped because first I was busy, so I didn't have as much time to wallow in my room alone. And it also helped because now there's just so many random people I know on campus. I'll be like, oh, I did that thing with you freshman or sophomore year, and I know you. So it really helped make campus feel a little bit smaller, made me feel more comfortable, and it definitely helped my resume, so that also was a benefit.
Yeah, I think my number one thing would be I wish I would have just done more stuff,
Okay.
especially as a freshman.
Yeah.
I wish I would have auditioned for things. There were so many times I looked at I looked like, oh, I could do, there's like acapella, there's show
Oh,
choir,
yeah.
there's like color guard. Like these are all things I loved in high school, but then when I
Yeah.
got here, I was like so nervous. So
Yeah,
I was like, I'll do that next year.
Yeah,
Like I need to
yeah.
like figure everything out my freshman year, but then I didn't end up doing it next
right,
year.
yeah.
Because I was like, well, now I don't have the experience of doing it. Like
Yeah.
now I'm behind. I don't want to join something. And it's like,
And you get busier, I feel
yes,
like.
you do get busier.
UAB, what is that?
University Activities Board.
Yeah, they're always hosting events.
You can even join UAB. It's
Yeah,
run by students, so.
and like in the dining hall, they have little tents every week, and it says like all the list of activities they're doing, like build a terrarium, open mic night, tie dye. They had a mental health event, and you could like go and design a journal. I had my tarot cards read to me.
That's fun. I like that.
I feel like to my freshman year self, I would say just ask for help more. Like go to help rooms, don't be afraid of your professors, because college professors seem so scary when you're in like a couple 100-person lecture and they're like, it's like your professor is a celebrity. But like I would say don't be so scared to ask them for help. Don't be afraid to go to help rooms. Because they all just want to help you, so use that.
I wish I knew that your advisors were there to help. As I feel like I went off my own coattails my first few semesters and picked what classes I really wanted. Half of those I feel were justified. The other half, I do feel like if I did reach out to those academic advisors, I could have got a few more credits in before graduation that were actually pertaining to what I wanted to do.
Another thing I would say is use your resources. There's so many resources here. And if you're struggling with something, there's probably something in place to help you with it, you know?
That reminds me, something I wish I knew, especially coming from Texas, is that seasonal depression is a thing.
Yeah, especially in Michigan, the winters can kind of get to you.
I hadn't experienced anything like that, and I'm not gonna say I didn't think it was a thing, but I just wasn't ready for
Yeah.
it.
That's
And it was
definitely an
just like-
adjustment period.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you get used to it if you've lived through your whole life.
Yeah,
but-
I was shocked. Freshman
Even, like-
year, I was like, what is going on? And then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm experiencing seasonal depression.
You have a couple free visits to Olin Health Clinic, CAPS. If you're struggling with your classes, stay on top of it. Don't let it wait until it's, a day before the exam and all of a sudden you're running around trying to figure it out. Use your help rooms, your TAs.
Mental health matters, and I feel like the university does a pretty good job at making sure like students are okay. And there's a lot of resources.
Yeah.
We have like therapy
CAPS.
on campus, and I just feel like even with my major, like my professors, as long as you're communicating to them, they are pretty understanding. Like, hey, I can't make it to
They
class
get it.
today. Like, I'm going through something, and they'll be very understanding. Or
Work something out with you
Yeah.
for the most part.
if you need an extension because of whatever is going on in your life.
Yep.
So, take care of yourself.
Go to the student service building. I didn't know that existed freshman year. There's a lot of offices in there.
For me, I think piece of advice that I would give people, I think it's very easy to lose sight and like lose yourself in what everyone else is doing.
Don't do too much. Because that's kind of why I did my first semester and I like took a deep dive because of it. There's just like, I was like, I want to do everything because everything is here.
Pulled in so many directions.
Know your limitations, know what you want to do and what you want to commit your resources to. Or else
Yeah.
you can kind of burn out a lot easier than you want to.
Best piece of advice that I could give people is stay true to yourself, stay true to your path, right? Know why you chose what you did and be confident in that.
Even though people seem scary or seem like they don't want to talk, or, I think that we're all, especially freshmen, like we're all just kind of scared. And it's way easier to talk to people than it seems. A lot of times other people are just waiting for someone else to be outgoing, is what I found.
join clubs,
Mhm.
especially your freshman year. Not that you can't join them later, but
Yeah.
I think that if you join things like sooner,
Mhm.
it makes it easier to keep going.
Definitely, yeah. Like get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you join something late, like you can definitely still be really involved. I think it just takes more effort.
True.
Especially
Yeah.
if you're like busy with like classes and you have a
Mhm.
job, you're
Yeah.
doing an internship.
Yeah.
So I would say like start early and just do everything.
There's a million things to do on campus all the time.
Try things.